Sure.
Y'all see him in the street struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, guys? Just here back my channel. We're back with our reaction. Today, we're starting a brand new series. It's the Walking Dead spin-off, DARYL DIXON, the season/series premiere, season 1, episode 1, Leon Perdue. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Now to start things off here, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, as I always am. When these Walking Dead spin-offs were first announced, I was definitely super hyped, super excited about the Rick and Michonne show. I was definitely intrigued by the Maggie Negan New York show. When it came to this one though, I don't know, the excitement, my hype levels just weren't really there. They basically presented as, here's Daryl in Paris. That's really all I have to go off because I managed to avoid all spoilers, trailers, and teasers. I'm pretty sure it picks up with Daryl kind of tracking Rick and where he last left off after finding out that he's alive from Judith in the Walking Dead finale. So yeah, I do know that Carol's not gonna be a part of this season. I do think I saw something online about her being part of season 2 though, which is pretty cool. It shows that they're very confident in the show if they've already greenlit a season 2. So that's all I have to go off. But if you guys look for my full reactions to the show, link to my Patreon is down in the description below. Now subscribe to the channel. Now's a very good time to click that button down below. Smash the like button while you're there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go.
You deserve a happy ending too.
Judith. Okay, we're just starting on the water. You better show us at some point how we got here. Why he was just shipped across the sea. Bonjour, DARYL. Welcome to France. I've never been myself. I've never been outside of Canada before, but looks like France to me. Who's gonna come across first here? Friend or foe?
19 months at sea. Hoping to stay ahead of this thing. Circle Spain. We'll try Marseille next. Maybe the south of France is good. Got to be a safe place somewhere.
Okay, this is good. So he's hearing what locations have already been checked out.
Holly keeps crying. She wants her mum back. She wants to go home.
Bet he's feeling the same right now. I'm already wondering if he's gonna run into this person later. Or if there are fates on
My
that
name's
table.
DARYL DIXON. I come from a place called the Commonwealth. I went out looking for something, and all I found was trouble. If I don't make it back, I want them to know I tried. Hell, I'm still trying.
You better make it back. Because the perfect ending to me for The Walking Dead, like, as a whole, all spin-offs, everybody goes back to Alexandria. Rick, Michonne, Daryl, Maggie, Negan. We see everyone together one last time, reunited. These are some impressive locations. Beauvoir. I didn't see the bottom one. The crazy thing is, I took French till grade 9. It's mandatory here in Canada, at least in Ontario, or it was when I was in school. I don't know if it is anymore. And yeah, I was pretty much only passed just so teachers wouldn't have to deal with me anymore. Didn't learn a single damn thing from it. Oh, sure. I highly doubt that this is going to be the walker that takes out DARYL DIXON, but still, his first encounter here. Okay, there's more. These European walkers travel in packs. Yo! That was like the last plus. Oh! Burning him. Pull out, Daryl. That's what she said. You still got it. Oh, he's being watched. Of course he is. Typical Daryl, doesn't even try to make contact.
God loves you.
She's like, yes. He read the sign. Executive producer Angela Kang. Okay. I don't know who that girl was, though. I've never seen an actress before. Jesus, Daryl.
Monsieur?
I'm sorry, I don't understand you.
Hey! You American guy! Cracking noob! Venez!
Say what's cracking, noob?
You get medical? We trade you for an apple or a rabbit.
He's eager to trade.
Merci.
Merci. I'm Maribel. And hey Guillaume. So maybe we go
Maribel.
together, you know?
Hey, Guillaume?
La Résistance. USGIs fight together. Your country, my country. Like friends.
I like the idea.
You are no friends.
We ain't no countries no more neither. Attention, là. Assis-toi, dépêche-toi.
Parle pas français. Sit down, he said. Laisse-moi! Laisse-moi!
Monte avec
What are these guys doing? There you go. Woo! Took him out quick. Bell.
Stop. Take the powder. Merci.
Friend. Foe! No! Scavengers, I guess. Yeah, you wasn't even blind. But the girl came back.
You deserve a happy ending, too.
Judith!
I'll bring him home.
Ça va aller, monsieur. Mets-le dans sa bouche. Ne bougez pas. Voilà.
The church. Gotta get those demons out of them.
You had a wound from a brûlant. Cauterization is the best way to prevent the spread. Here we call them les affamés, the hungry ones. Burner is just one kind.
So it is a variant.
May I?
That's freaking crazy. We're over here dealing with like these old school
What is this place, like a
Night of the Living
convent
Dead,
or something?
Night of the Living Dead walkers in Canada, America. Well, I don't even know about Canada. Europeans are dealing with burners.
We survive here.
That looks so bad.
You're from America? Place called Commonwealth, right?
She found his tape.
Found your tape recorder. How did you come to be in France?
Bunch of bad decisions.
How the hell is he gonna get back?
I'll be back with the dressings. Monsieur Dixon.
To make it this far is like a sheer miracle.
Daryl. You call me Daryl.
I'll talk about it more at the end, but I'm just really hoping this isn't like a love interest of some sort, doesn't turn into one. We got a love interest back in Alexandria, in the Commonwealth, in Connie.
They're afraid of you.
I'll be gone soon.
It shouldn't be. It looks like he's in the 1920s over here, though.
Medieval churches often had weapons rooms. You needed them back then.
Makes sense.
We've trained ourselves to use them, just in case.
Ninja nuns.
Killer nuns, huh?
Well, we can defend ourselves if we need to.
That's so cool. I hope we see Daryl in an army of nuns at some point. Just in complete battle.
That's the one I use.
You know how to use that radio?
It's been a while since I managed to reach anyone on it.
You mind if I give it a try?
Sure.
Yeah, they are super nice here.
The last one was a Spaniard.
Just keeping it locked up, though.
My sister and I finished our schooling in Paris.
How'd you end up here?
A bunch of good decisions.
This little one's clearly a fan. big bad? He's got a tattoo on his face.
On cherche deux hommes. Apparemment, ils seraient passés par cette route-là il y a quelques jours.
Désolé, monsieur, on n'a rien vu.
Battle! Kind of deserved.
Et tout message serait sanctionné.
Il y a un mec qui est venu pour nous dépouiller et il y a deux types comme vous qui sont venus nous aider, c'est tout.
S'il vous plaît, monsieur. C'est quoi la récompense?
Your life.
Allons là-bas. Maintenant.
Got some snot there.
I'm scared to close my eyes. I'm scared to open them.
Sur la mer, sur les bateaux.
What the hell are you doing?
This is Perdue. We are waiting for him to rise again.
Great. Herschel Farm vibes.
Let me explain.
You've seen it all before.
It's not what you think.
Doesn't matter what I think. I'm out of here.
We've been waiting for you. You're the messenger. He drew this.
Yeah.
That's Jesus.
3 weeks ago, before you came.
Joe got on the beach. So what?
I saw you fight the guy. Yeah, I know you can get him there safely. He sees into people.
We used to have a kid like that in grade school. He used to get his ass kicked a lot. I'm gonna borrow this too.
He needs
all right?
teaching until he's ready.
Ready for what?
To be the new Messiah.
The new Messiah.
To lead the revival of humanity.
The Antichrist.
Michel! Michel! Michel!
She knows. Oh, he's gonna snap. Sticking right through him. Even knowing that this guy's not a good guy, still sucks to see for him. Clearly he has love for his brother, or had love.
Qui a fait ça?
Man, who did this?
Un Américain.
Notre miséricorde. La voilà ta récompense, toi.
I've already made plans. I ain't looking to make any more.
If we're wrong, at least you will have helped a boy get to a better place. But if we're right, why not bet on hope?
He's obviously gonna do it.
A few moments later.
It ain't my problem.
D'ailleurs, ce n'était pas lui.
It's not the one. We know Daryl. He's the one. Here they come to pay a visit. Daryl's gonna help them again. Or help them back. Like they helped him. Oh god, here we go. It's all because of that one kid too. Not this one, the other one.
Tu restes là. Je ne sors pas. D'accord. Qui va nous protéger des guerriers?
On va se protéger.
I said it earlier, I want to see the warrior nuns with Daryl fighting in battle. Found the weapon room, he's right there.
On y va. Pourquoi vous le gardez ici, celui-là?
Béni soit les miséricordieux.
Achève-le.
I know they won't like it, but
Je te connais. Tes parents.
they gotta be finished. Put down all of them.
C'est le catéchisme.
Pardonnez-moi, mon père.
I have sinned.
On le prend avec nous.
Non.
Prenez un guerrier pour jeûner.
Taking him. Oh! Daryl! See these nuns in action. Yes, sister. Sister Act 4. I don't know how many there are. Yes. Here we go. Yes, sister. Terrible swing, but you saved him. Shoulder shot. Move! Okay, somebody already finished them. Although I kind of want to see a Walker Nun right now. Or a Walker, one of these peoples. Nice.
I left home looking for something. I figured there had to be something out there worth finding.
Does she know something about Rick?
And I ran into some bad people. They put me on a boat. That didn't go well. I'll take you where you need to go.
The chosen one. He's injured, but he's not dead. They should have finished him off. And more.
When the prisoners escaped.
Vous faites un topo?
La plupart de nos expériences sont détruites. Certains sujets sont peut-être encore utilisables.
Test subjects.
Whole land of us killed because of what? One American? Who was he?
He was named Dixon.
Dixon.
Lord, I'm sure you have your reasons for turning the whole world upside down.
Oh, I don't want to see any more. I think this is the next episode. I don't want to see any more of that. I try to avoid all teasers, spoilers, trailers, all that fun stuff, just so I can go into every single episode blind. But all right, guys, that was the Walking Dead spinoff, DARYL Dixon, season 1, episode 1, and this was a very solid season series premiere, very solid first episode. I actually really enjoyed it. The first half of the episode, I gotta say, it definitely had a different feel. I should say the name of the episode as well. Perdue. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly, but for the first half of the episode, it definitely had a different feel. It didn't feel like any of the other shows, any other series, any other spin-offs that I've seen when it comes to World Beyond, except for the very end there. Definitely got World Beyond vibes at the very end of the episode, but for the first half, it didn't feel like Dead City, didn't feel like The Walking Dead, it didn't feel like World Beyond, didn't feel like Fear. It definitely had its own vibe going, and it was definitely taking its time building up at first too, which I was kind of surprised by. I thought for sure they're basically just going to throw us right into some action first episode, and it's only 6 episodes as well, much like Dead City. So I was thinking, all right, they're probably going to not make us wait for any action, but at the same, it actually kind of surprised me because this was a bit of a slow burn at first, which I really appreciated because it did pay off at the end of the episode, or the second half of the episode, where we got to see Daryl with the nuns in action, which I was actually asking for the first half of the episode, where I was like, you know what? Daryl with nuns, this is actually pretty cool. And these nuns are ninjas, warrior nuns. They can fight. I want to see them all in action fighting together, and then by the end of the episode, we actually got it. So that was pretty cool. I wasn't sure where they were going to go because they gave us so much for this first episode too. I was like, all right, they're probably going to set up for the first episode going forward where these people, they now blame Daryl. They're going to go to the church and attack. They're going to make us wait to the next episode to see that. We also got the side mission where Daryl has to bring this kid to some point in Paris, or to Paris in France, and that will probably be future episodes. No, they pretty much covered a lot of ground this very first episode, this series premiere here, which was actually great to see because they got a lot of the way. Now I don't really know too much where they're going to go from here. I did manage to turn it off when they started to show that preview at the very end there. So yeah, thank God I did turn that off there. But so now I'm going to the next episode blind. But now they've set it up where Daryl did accept his new side quest, his new mission, where he's going to bring this kid to Paris. And I guess that's going to be his waypoint home as well. The end of the episode, though, too, has really got me thinking. So I guess those were all created walkers because we were introduced to those burners at the start of the episode where they definitely had an effect right away. I'm surprised Daryl let one of them grab him because, man, he could have died right there, got infected right there. The one grabbed him and it basically burned its handprint into his arm, which is freaking crazy. Burners. So I was like, all right, we've been over here in America, I'm sure Canada, North America, dealing with normal or somewhat normal walkers for the most part. Obviously, no walkers are normal, and then we started to deal with some variants there. They pick up rocks and start smashing glass and windows at the very end of the series, the main series. But for the most part, we're dealing with basic walkers, pretty much slow, basic ass walkers. Meanwhile, over here in Europe, they got burners and shit that they're dealing with. I feel sorry for the Europeans. They've got it way rougher than us. So, although thinking about that, I do kind of want to see a season or a spin-off, some type of series in Canada. Maybe it's because I'm Canadian. They haven't really touched too much grounds when it comes to Canada. I know it'll be a lot of wintry landscapes, but hey, I'm fully down for that, especially in the winter. I feel like that'd be, even though a lot of them would be frozen, just having to deal with them still, I feel like would be interesting. They don't gotta be completely frozen, or hey, there could be more variants where ice walkers, they could deal with the cold. They've gotten used to it. Yeah, they've gotten used to it. There's an idea for you right there. But back to this show and back to this episode, because I really did appreciate the fact that they did take so long letting us get to know a lot of these characters. I don't want to say too long. It was half an episode, but yeah, they did take their time where they didn't just throw us right into the action. At first, we were introduced to these two people where it was that girl and this old man who I initially thought was blind. His eyes were covered. He's walking like he's blind. He's talking like he's blind. He can't see shit. He's like, is this a friend or a foe? They ended up being foes because I guess that's pretty much everyone in this world now. We're like 10 years in the apocalypse. Everybody's a scavenger to some extent. Like everybody's just trying to survive. So even though I started to trust them when we started to work with them a little bit, we gave them some medicine, some medical supplies. They gave us food. Daryl dug right in. He clearly needed that. That's another thing I want to touch on too, because I'll go to that after. But sticking on these two people here, immediately after, they take out Daryl. I was like, God damn it, I wanted to like these people. I wanted to trust them. We could have had a thing going here. And then, well, they did kind of save Daryl after Daryl saved them from those two troopers that arrived. The one obviously being the brother of our big bad, who, or at least he appears to be our big bad of the season. At first, too, I thought, is Daryl going to take him out this very first episode? And if he's taken out, there's probably going to be somebody even worse we got to deal with, much like Dead City. No spoilers, though, but I feel like if you're at this point, you're watching this series, you've probably already seen Dead City anyway. But yeah, I'm going to try not to spoil anything just in case anybody hasn't. But yeah, that wasn't the case because he got away, Daryl shot him, but those two people, that young girl and the old dude, man, they definitely paid for it. But it's all because of that one girl that this whole thing is going on now, where those troopers, those soldiers were sent to the church afterwards. They're now blaming Daryl for the death of his brother, which I guess, yeah, he's partly to blame. He definitely had a part of it, but man, all those nuns and all those sisters died because that one little girl didn't want to take any blame, and she basically lied, like, oh, it's the American, they went that way, and then they saw the paper, they picked that up, they just basically followed the trail right to the church. So yeah, I blame that little girl for a lot of those sisters, a lot of those nuns' deaths, because they did not need to die. Obviously, she was just looking out for herself, trying to save herself. The old man, the blind man, he was stupid though. He's like, oh, what's our reward now? We told you. Are you going to give us a reward? We were going to let you live. Now that you've asked, no, here's your fucking reward. Death. There you go. So he kind of deserved that. This other girl that's still alive, though, she's still out there. She's still fully to blame. Man, I'm fully putting all blame on her. She is fully guilty, according to me. But hopefully she has to pay for it at some point. But because she's a kid, I'm pretty sure she won't. We do know that the show and Daryl are both fairly forgiving. But yeah, we shall see, because for now, she got away. They showed her some mercy, but it's only a matter of time before they run into each other once again, especially now that Daryl has accepted this mission. But the other thing I was going to mention too is I'm so glad, or at least as of right now, I hope there's not going to be a love interest taking part when it comes to this sister and Daryl, because Daryl's got a love interest back in Alexandria, back in the Commonwealth. Connie is waiting for him. It never actually went down, and I don't know if I'm alone in thinking that, but I feel like that still needs to take place. When he goes back, and he better make it back eventually, I don't care how many seasons this lasts, he better make it back at the end of this series, back to Alexandria, back to Commonwealth, back to Connie, back to Judith, back to Rick, back to Michelle, back to his actual family. So yeah, when it comes to love interest, I really don't need anything when it comes to that as part of the story, unless it's Connie. And that's, like I said, that's waiting for him. So please, I really hope they don't go that direction any way, shape, or form. And yeah, great first episode. Aside from that, there was one other thing I did want to talk about. Oh yes, the initial start, the setup, where they didn't actually show how it all went down Daryl's running with these people who obviously I'm forgetting their name of them. This like major company, obviously not the Commonwealth. What is their name? We dealt with them in World Beyond. They're like the central focus. You guys will know, guys. I'm drawing a blank here. I never finished World Beyond, so it's been a while since I've seen the first season of that. I haven't really had to deal with them, but obviously Rick was taken by them as well. What is the freaking name? It's killing me. I don't want to look up anything right now. So guys, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, the fact that Daryl had to deal with them, we weren't really shown any of that. So that was very interesting because basically the show just picks up with after his running with them. He's just floating in the middle of the ocean on the open sea. And yeah, they basically skipped over that entire portion. I don't know if they're going to go back to it at some point, kind of show us his running with them. But yeah, I don't know if that was disappointing or not. I guess they just wanted to get right to the setup, get him right to France, which I guess works. But I kind of still want to know more about his running with them. They kind of went back to those people at the very end to kind of discuss it a little bit. So yeah, I'm guessing they're not going to show us that because of the fact that they kind of talked about it at the very end there as they were reporting it back to that one lady. But yeah, very interesting first episode. I do like the setup where Daryl now has to bring this kid, this new savior, the Messiah, to the certain place, and that way he could get back home from there as well. And then the drawing was interesting how they're basically depicting him as like Jesus, where man, that's just Daryl, but okay, I'll roll with it without getting overly religious. But I guess if we're going to France, it's a country that is super religious as well, as far as I'm aware. So I guess it's to be expected, even 10 years into the apocalypse. But like I said, solid first episode, guys. Solid season/series premiere. As always, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys can like, subscribe, really helps my channel grow. Till next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, damn. You play me like a yo-yo and shit. Well, I am not the one to be yo-yo, and when you put that shit on me, then I watch you leave, let you back in, you came back in and shit on me, drag me along for a week.